Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about the Westman Atelier holiday sets. The only thing I won't be featuring today is the blush trio because that was an exclusive to Sephora and the Westman Atelier site. It sold out almost immediately on the Westman Atelier site. As a matter of fact, I never even saw it available on the Westman site. I only saw it available at Sephora when it dropped on the 26th. So I'm not really sure what happened with the blush trios, but initially I never saw it on the Westman site. Some people said it was on there, but I never saw it. Maybe I was too late. I don't know. From my understanding, it was something that was supposed to launch at Sephora first. I could be wrong about that. So if you have a little bit of more clarification on that, you can leave us a comment down below because we all learn from each other on this platform. Okay. For those of you who don't know, when you shop through the Westman Atelier website, you can sign up for the loyalty program, which is free, and you get points with every purchase that you make. You can redeem your points for cash, or they have like an Atelier store where you can redeem little special gifts like this. And by the way, I'm filming with my ring light today. None of these shades that we're going to be talking about are new. The only new shade there is that jam cream blush, but again, I haven't received the trio yet, so I ordered it the moment it dropped, but it's still as of Saturday, which, you know, again, it's only been like 24 hours, maybe 48, I don't know. It has not arrived yet, but I did redeem my points this time for this cute little leather mirror. You slide it out and it has a film on it so that, you know, my camera doesn't reflect on it, but you know, super cute. I always make good use out of my pocket mirrors and purse mirrors. I like how slim this is. I like that it's leather. It's gonna take up minimal space in my handbag, but I redeemed this for, I think it was like 500 points, and it's worth $15. Like if you wanted to buy it, if you have enough points, you can add it to your cart, but if you are not buying anything from the website, it'll make you pay for it. So that's how I know the value of it. I added it to my cart because I had to purchase the brushes, and so I got it for free with my points. Speaking of brushes, I think we're gonna start with the brushes first. So these are 5 full-size brushes. I did do a shorts, but I want you to see that the vessel has like a frosted shimmer coat over it. And it's not gritty or anything. It looks like they like sprayed it with this iridescent shimmer. Absolutely stunning. It has the little heart here on the top. This is a complexion set, so there are 5 complexion brushes in here. Now when you pop this open, you have that silver accent to it. Each brush has a cover. And again, these are full-sized brushes. They are very sturdy. These are not gonna shake around in here. And each brush, I took them off already because I had to do a shorts for you guys, but each cover had a small piece of tape on each side to keep the covers from slipping and sliding in transit. So I like how careful Westman Atelier is at packaging their products. because we are paying a lot of money for them. So the ferrules are two different types of blues. So we have a light blue and we have a baby blue, such as this. These are handmade in Japan. They are synthetic bristles. And the brushes that you get in here are the foundation brush, which is this flat brush. You get a spot check brush, and I just want you to see the difference in colored ferrules. So you see this is a really light blue, and then we have this baby blue here. Now this spot concealer brush, this spot check brush, I use it a lot to apply concealer to the inner corner of my eye, around my nose, and to cover up and do detail work with my concealer. Another way I like to use this brush is sometimes I'm applying eyeshadow with my finger or a brush, and sometimes I'll mess up and I will bring the eyeshadow too close to the inner corner of the arc of my eye right here. So I will go in with a brush like this and a little bit of foundation or concealer, and I can just fix that. You also get the baby blender brush, and this Gucci Westman uses to apply blush, but I actually like this for the eyes. I enjoy using this when using like a shade such as Poppet, which is very bright, very pigmented. I do find this to be very useful because it allows you to be very precise with your blush placement. But her iPods have a very particular size, and this fits perfectly in there when I'm trying to use a shade as a one and done. I think in the beauty community, that is what most people use this baby blender for. You also get the liquid blender, and I use this for my complexion drops. It does an amazing job at just blending everything together. So I enjoy this wider brush specifically for her complexion drops. It works really well with really liquidy and thin type of foundations. The last brush in here is the powder brush, and I definitely needed another one of these because I have several of her powders that are not in the same shade, and I only have like 2 of these, and I needed a third one to save me, to save me a little bit of time. I do a lot of comparison swatches for you guys, so I do my makeup several times a day, and washing my brushes is something that takes a lot of time. You have to allow drying time, and yes, sure, you can wipe it on a microfiber towel or a makeup eraser, but the problem is that when I'm filming a lot of content for you guys, I need a brush to be ready within 2 minutes. So when I wipe it on a microfiber towel, that only gets me so far, because at the end of the day, you're really not getting all of the pigmentation off every time. So I definitely needed another one of these. For those of you who don't know and are new here, I have been using the Westman Atelier brushes for years, and I do not regret buying any of her brushes. Her travel brushes work just as well as her full-size brushes. They're very well made, they're durable, they're beautiful, they're weighty, they're super soft. I thoroughly enjoy her brushes, which is the reason why I purchased this set, I don't technically need any of these because I already have them in the original black ferrules. And I own the full travel set from last year and the travel set from the year before, which was not a full set. It was just a curated collection like this one. So I didn't need these. But because you guys know that I love her brushes so much, I went ahead and I picked them up. Especially because I feel that the Complexion brushes are the ones that I use the most. However, do keep in mind these are full size and not travel size. However, even though they are full size, I find that the Westman Atelier full size brushes are shorter than typical brushes out there. So if you're somebody that doesn't have very good eyesight, I always recommend the Westman brushes because they're not too small where they're travel. So they, you know, some people don't like travel brushes because the ferrules are too short. And then some people don't like the regular size brushes because they have to be closer to a mirror because they don't have great eyesight. And so the longer ferrules prevent them from getting as close as they need to get to a mirror. I think that the Westman brushes are just the right size where they're comfortable to hold on the hand and still allow you that space to get up close to the mirror should you need to. By the way, if you're wondering if I look exhausted, I am. It is 8 o'clock at night and I am filming this for you guys because I'm heading to a Bible convention next weekend, so I will probably not have any time to film, and I need to get this up for you guys. I know you guys are waiting anxiously for my thoughts on these to make your purchases in case they sell out. And I'm trying. I'm trying. But I'm fading. I'm fading, guys. Okay, so I picked up the lipstick trio set. Again, I did a shorts on these sets in natural light, and I showed you those swatches with artificial light, which is the ring light I'm using right now. Again, none of these shades are brand new. Elodie was a limited edition shade that came out, I think, for something like 6 months, I think, and then it disappeared. But it's not a brand new shade. We've seen it before. And then I also picked up the Petite Petal shade. I'm not gonna lie, I was hoping for more newness with this Westman Atelier drop. I was a little underwhelmed by the lack of new shades. Really, the only new shade we got in any of these sets was the cream blush in Jam, which is an existing powder blush shade in the Westman Atelier line. I'm gonna start off with the lipstick trio. These, again, this is in the light blue packaging. It's beautiful. Everything is very cohesive. I didn't own any of these shades except Gerev. Gerev is one of my favorite lipsticks, so I didn't mind having it in a mini. I travel a lot for work, for those of you who don't know, and I rely heavily on travel sizes when I am traveling because I don't have as much space as I would like, obviously, in my suitcase. So let's go ahead and swatch Elodie. I want to show you the vessels. So it's like there's 3 shades of light blue. There is this almost white as snow. I don't think the camera is gonna pick this up, but in natural light you could see them, but I'll try to get up close and personal. Let me see. I'm gonna turn off the ring light and see if you can see the difference in color better. Okay, I think you can see them a little bit better. So this is almost a white. It does have a touch of blue in it, but literally almost white. This is a true baby blue. This is a light pewter shade, and then this is just a true baby blue vessel. For those of you who are good at math, are not gonna be surprised at how tiny these are. So true to their original form, the actual Westman Atelier lipstick vessel is much bigger and bulky than the lipstick itself. And don't worry, I'm gonna show you a full size in a second. But they are not magnetic. None of her minis are magnetic, just so you guys know. I do love that they kept the heart embossing like they do in the regular size, but that's as much lipstick as you get. That is very little. They're very tiny. I could not quantify in my mind what 0.04 ounces was gonna look like until I had it in my hand. Do I regret my purchase? No. I just wish we would have gotten a little bit more product. For reference, this is what it looks like next to a full size. This is the circumference comparison, and a full-size lipstick is 0.13 ounces. So they are much smaller. Just keep that in mind, okay? Because that was the first thing that surprised me. When I saw the vessel, I was like, oh, cute. But then when I saw the bullet, I was like, oh, that's tiny. I see that. Okay. Again, I don't regret my purchase, but you know, I feel like you guys should know what you're getting yourself into. I'm gonna compare Elodie to, I may have pronounced this wrong at some point in this video, I'm sorry. I'm going to swatch this on my bottom lip, and I'm gonna put Gireve on the top lip because I want you guys to see the difference between these two shades. They're very similar, but they're not the same. The good thing about the Westman lipsticks is that, you know, they are so pigmented that you get full opacity with one swipe. So that's one swipe. This is a true berry shade. The bullets are small and thin, but they don't feel flimsy. They feel quite sturdy. And this is like the fourth time I wear it, between swatches, on my arm, on my lips, so I've been wearing them quite a bit. They feel sturdy. My concern was having a bullet that thin or that, you know, small, if it was going to hold up well. So far, so good. The cap on the inside does not have the heart that the other minis do, like their blush and lip sticks. The minis have the little heart on the top on the inside. This one does not. So here is Gireve, and I'm gonna put this one on the top lip. I feel like Gireve is a true rosewood shade, and Elodie is a neutral true berry. So here is Elodie and Gireve. They look very similar with the ring light. You can definitely tell the difference in natural light. So it really just depends on the lighting. And inside, with just your natural house lights, you definitely can tell the difference as well. So here are those 3 lipsticks swatched. Elodie, Jarev, Ma Biche. I was surprised that Ma Biche was a blue toned red. That is my favorite type of red. Much like Merit's Power lipstick, which I'm gonna do a comparison between Ma Biche and Power because that would be interesting to see. I love a blue toned red. That is my favorite shade of red. You can clearly see, well, I know you can't see, but in my wedding photos, I had very deep blue toned splashes and sprinkles of red in my wedding photos. So it's a shade that I love and hold near and dear to my heart because my grandmother, may she rest in peace, you guys always see her picture right there when I film in this spot. This was her favorite shade of red. And every time I wear it, and every time I see it on somebody, it reminds me of her. It is stunning. This gives me all of the holiday vibes. I am gonna be doing a comparison swatch between this red and the one that's part of the holiday trio from last year. So here we have Dash from last year's trio right next to Ma Biche. And you can see that Dash is a much brighter red and Ma Biche has more of that blue toned undertone. So I'm glad I own both reds because I like Dash as well. But if I had to pick between Dash and Ma Biche is where it's at. Now let's talk about the Petite Petal edition. Don't get me wrong, I'm a huge petal fan, which is why I picked it up because I use this color a lot. And the only thing I didn't own from this set was the lip liner. Because I use this shade so much due to YouTube, it was a no-brainer for me to pick this up. It was almost a necessity because I do a lot with this color. And it's one of the colors that I reach for the most in the Westman Atelier line. When I'm in a hurry, which is usually the case, I know that I need to have petal around somewhere because it's a tried and true shade for me. And it's never gonna steer me wrong. So again, I showed you all these products applied in a shorts, so go check that out. I don't want to mess these up just yet. Here is the lip liner. And see, the lip liner I found to be a good size compared to the full size. So there is a swatch of the Petal lip liner. For reference, the full size of the lip liner is 0.03 ounces and the miniature size that you're getting in the set is 0.02 ounces. So this I felt was a substantial mini. And I also feel like the blushes and the lipsticks are substantial minis. So for these, you get 0.09 ounces compared to the full size, which is 0.21 ounces. So with the vessels that we have here, again, you get all three of those blue tones. So it's very monochromatic and it's stunning. It reminds me of snow. You know, when you go skiing and you're way into the mountains, all those different shades of light blues. That's what this reminds me of. I think, and this is my personal opinion, I think that we should have gotten more product in the lipsticks. That's the only thing I am a little bit underwhelmed with, but I digress. So here is the Petal lipstick. I already have a Petal lipstick in use, so I'm not going to dig into that, because clean beauty products is one of those things, once you use them, you gotta really just start using them, because the expiration date is not that long. Here is the Petal blush. As somebody who's been using the minis, the mini in the blush and the lipsticks last quite a long time. So this is what I was talking about. See on the cap, you have the little Westman Atelier heart etched there. You guys see that? Well, the lipsticks don't have it. And I'm a little bit sad, because that's like the signature. Every single one of her products has the little heart somewhere. This is the lipstick in Petal. And again, these are not new shades. This is all part of the existing line. The only difference is you're getting them in this limited edition baby blue packaging. Case in point, this is a miniature Petal from one of the holiday seasons. And I'm gonna swatch it for you guys. But that's the blush right there. Again, nothing new. I'm wearing it on my cheeks. I've had my makeup on for way too long already, but we're gonna get through this together. This is the lipstick that I have in a full size. And there is that lipstick. It's a pink iridescent shade, and the shimmer in here is like a pink and purple kind of iridescent shade. And then for the lipstick, which I have in the full size, I know I don't, for those of you who are new, her full size bullets lipsticks are refillable. They come out, they're magnetic. We currently only have refills for 2 shades right now. I'm hoping to see an expansion of that. That tells me that they're working on it. That is the lipstick right there. The minis are not refillable, for those of you who are wondering, and they are not magnetic. The full vessels are magnetic. Okay, so that completes all of the Westman Atelier sets I received. I will do a follow-up video with the blushes as soon as I receive them to show you that jam shade. I do not have the jam powder blush to compare it to, but if I can, I will try to bring my jam cream blush and go to a local store and do a little swatch session really quick for you guys. I may pick up jam during the Black Friday sale if it's included, but I fear that that particular blush is gonna be too bright on me, because Poppet is extremely bright, and jam looks even brighter. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section, but I will be back soon with that that blush trio. Thank you so much for your time. If you guys want me to refilm this in natural light, I will do so. I am just trying to get as much information to you as quickly as possible, because I'm not going to be here next weekend, and I don't know how much I'll be able to film for you guys. And all of these holiday drops have happened at the same time. So I just wanted them to spread it out a little bit, you know? Okay, guys, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. It's the only other social media platform I'm currently active on. Don't forget to like this video and follow me here on YouTube. It is completely free. I hope you all have a lovely weekend and see you next time. Bye.